Burger Boys Worldwide.
He's standing in front of the net with about 8 inches of his shaft in his hand.
And Burgers is all about them rules. Burgers were good to me, they're good to you.
And Crosby just whacked it off with his left hand.
Burger Boys Worldwide.
You're an announcer with a long stick from time to time.
And for me, the secret of burger is in the blends.
Come on, son, let's hear a band.
Not doing it.
Bam! Oh, I fucked that up. Whatever. Bam!
Bam.
All right, great start to episode, but yeah, I just fucked up the intro. Whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. Anyways, boys, we're back with another episode of the Burger Boys Fantasy Hockey Podcast. Just all lollipops and rainbows over here for us, but you know, we're just, even if we have a bad week, we're gonna come back with another banger of a pod, I guess.
I mean, I would have been fine not doing it, but you know, we
it's in the
it's
in the contract.
you guys.
Yeah. We don't do it for us.
We do it for the people.
Yeah.
And something in me thinks that people almost prefer it when we both lose to enjoy our misery.
Exactly. Because especially if there's, we'll get into it more later, but just a precursor for the episode. Even like the prior episode that we did, the podcast that we did, there's obviously going to be things that we said in that podcast that we're going to definitely regret that we said them, or it makes us look like shit in this podcast when we come back with like the review of last week. And we were definitely wrong on a lot of things. And that's the whole point of these podcasts, though. It just makes us look like idiots in the end.
The thing is, you just don't remember what you said the week before.
Yeah.
And then just come up with entirely new stuff to say.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, we're gonna
couldn't tell you one thing I said last week.
Well, you definitely said that you were gonna win. You definitely said you were gonna win.
I probably would say something like that,
yeah. Okay, boys. Obviously, your host Braden. How's it going? And then co-host Yags. Yags, how you doing?
I think we already covered it.
Yeah. Right on. What all happened in the NHL this week, buddy?
Honestly, can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I haven't heard any big Leafs news.
Other than Ovechkin.
Actually,
Ovi's like been scoring like we were talking about it in the last podcast. He's continued it on for another week. He's 30 goals away from 32 goals away. I think he's 30 or 32 goals away. Yeah, so now before it was like, he's probably not going to get it this year. But now it's like, hey, I don't know, he might get it this year. He only needs 42 goals in the season to pass him, I believe. So, watch that. Obviously,
he can do it.
Yeah, we're gonna be keeping you guys posted on the old Ovi situation as closer and closer as we get. I mean, it's almost kind of a situation if you're in the Washington area or if he's coming. I mean, I don't think anyone's really. Yeah, I mean, like if he's coming to your city or whatever, like people should be like later in the season, they should be buying those tickets and then right now, and then you can sell them. I don't know. Because the Ovi watch might be on. Make a little money on it.
And we're supposed to all be very excited for Ovi to break his record, too. Since Wayne Gretzky very disrespectfully attended the Trump watch party in Mar-a-Lago during the election.
Yeah, it's...
Don't ask who Alexander Ovechkin supports. In his collection, you're just supposed to be excited for Ovi breaking Gretzky's record because Gretzky's a Trump guy, I guess. and therefore he's the worst thing ever. So cheer for Ovi to break his record.
Yeah.
Don't look who Ovi supports.
Oh, yeah. That was another wild week, actually. Election. That's why I lost. Just too focused watching the election. Watching that landslide.
Yeah. A big game yesterday, though. Big Oilers Canucks game yesterday.
Yeah. That was a failure. There was a moment there in that game. I don't know. Did you watch it?
Bits and pieces. I didn't really.
There was a moment there in the game where it was like, oh shit, Canucks might pull off the comeback, and then it was like, then it headed into the third period, and I was like, oh, they could definitely come back. Like, you know, they could tie it up here. Nope, 4-2. Nope, 5-2. I shut her off. And then I looked at my phone, 6-2, 7-2. I'm like, holy hell. And like, we'll get into it because obviously I have Kevin Lankinen. But I mean, it's not like I was in my matchup at that point. But we'll get into that when we do the matchups. But yeah, no, it was not a good game. Canucks are they got a good record this year, but the only good player that they have that's consistent every day was Kevin Lankinen and Quinn Hughes. So they got to definitely get some shit running. I think we might get Jensen on the pod too as well, just so you guys know, listeners. He's going to be sort of trying to sneak on here, I think, at some point. So just we'll keep an eye out for that, and we'll just so you know, Jaeger, I'll be pausing it as soon as we kind of see him jump on, and then we can organize him on our video screen. But yeah, what were we talking about? Oilers fucking destroying the Canucks. Yeah, okay, that's sweet. That's another great thing that happened this week.
We have to bring it up.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I'm not gonna crawl away in a corner. Okay, Jensen's here, so we'll just give this a little quick pause. All right, boys, welcome Jensen into the podcast. If you're watching on the Spotify or the YouTube, we got a nice picture of his ugly mug here. He doesn't want to show up on the camera, but he's online right now. So how's it going, Jensen?
Oh, it's going good, boys. How are you?
I mean, you missed the first part of the podcast. It was kind of sad. I mean, we were talking about our losses and everything. You know, like.
Oh yeah, your losses.
Yeah,
This is a great week for me. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
So that's why we brought you on the podcast. We need someone to lighten up the mood around here, right?
This is the opposite back to when I was the producer for a while there. I was losing. That was my season, just loss after loss after loss. And now I was supposed to have a bad season this year, but somehow, some way, I've got 3 wins already. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into that when we get into the matchups and stuff. But yeah, it's good that you're having fun. I will remind people though, last year Jaeger and I had piss poor seasons, and we did a podcast every week. So this is just new this year.
Never stopped showing up except when I didn't.
There was a couple times you were working, but that was for work. It wasn't for being a loser.
Business.
Yeah, business. Anyways, boys, what were we talking about? News. Was there any Leafs news this week, Jensen? Did you hear anything on the Leafs?
On the Leafs? Oh, they're winning the cup.
Okay.
Well, that's old news.
Yeah, they're not losing another game the rest of the season.
Yeah, they've won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they're not losing another game until the playoffs. They're going to not lose a single game for the remainder of the season, and then they're going to get swept in the first round.
Whoa, blasphemy.
You mean they're winning the cup?
They're winning the cup. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you guys have chatted about Oilers and Canucks already, haven't you?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that anymore.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah. You win some, you lose some. But
I'm just glad that the one game I was at, they won.
Yeah. I was just gonna say they made a trade. Actually, that's some news. Daniel Sprong for future considerations.
Big money move.
Yeah, big money move.
Big money move. Dakota Joshua will be back
Yeah,
really soon. I'm excited for him.
I seen Jonathan Leckermecki got called up. That might be a big storyline. He's been ripping it up in the AHL right now.
Yeah, him. Ty Young got called up today.
I think Ty Young, because Abbotsford was playing tonight, so I think they sent Arthur Shelovs down because he's waivers exempt, so to get him some confidence back. I don't think they're actually starting Ty Young.
Yeah.
Like, Ty Young's just a placeholder for having to have two goaltenders.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we need to touch on these minor Canucks.
Canucks details.
Yeah. But Daniel Sprong for future consideration. So,
if we're talking about a team's minor moves that don't really matter at all, we're talking about the Leafs.
Yeah.
This is the Leafs podcast first.
The Leafs. Austin Matthews, he's injured, isn't he? I believe he's injured. Got hurt. Got banged
He'll
up.
be back.
Got bagged up.
Poppy will be back.
Winnipeg Jets 14-1. They're the first NHL team ever to win 14 out of their first 15 games.
Yeah, they're on a roll.
Yeah.
It's nuts to see.
Do you know the only team to beat them? Who that was?
Future Cup winner.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Leafs.
Yeah. As far as NHL news this week, was there anything else to talk about? Dante Fabro hit the waivers. Got claimed by Columbus.
Yeah, there's a lot of hoopla over Fabro hitting waivers.
It's just a name that you always kind of hear, but he just never was good or never.
He's got good numbers. I don't know what happened to him this year, but
Predators just need to send a message. Holy, is that team dog water? Like, they're bad, eh? Like,
it ain't going so hot over there.
But they do always have, they can always turn it around and figure it out from there. But anyways, if you guys got nothing more to touch on, I feel like we're missing stuff, but I think we could just roll ahead now that while we have Jensen and hit up the old reviews of last week, week 5 matchups.
Might as well.
Let's go.
Yeah, so start off week 5 review. We got Yammer Yager losing to Dirty Dancers 377.75 to Jaegers 346.75. Ouchies, bro. You lost to Dirty Dancers.
Not looking good. Season's over, basically. Team's done. Cooked ass.
You dropped down to a 2-3 record. Dirty Dancers climbs up to a 2-3 record. While we were kind of mentioned, I know 2 weeks ago, Jensen, you've listened to every podcast, so you could probably attest to this. I think it was 2 podcasts ago, we were kind of chirping Dirty Dancers as a bottom feeder, but we also kind of said that he could always just be a boom player, and that's what he's been the last 2 weeks, is a bit of a boom player. And, taking down Yags, that's a pretty big feat to have, and you did it.
No, it's not. My team sucks.
All-time record between you guys. Jackson narrows the gap and is 5-6 against you all-time. But yeah, Booty Cheeks team, Yags, things aren't looking so hot.
No, season's over. The team sucks.
It's just
What's going on, Yag?
The team sucks. The season's over. That's all that's going on with this team right now.
yeah, but any particular reason what's not going right for you? Like,
The guys aren't. I mean, if they could skate faster and shoot better, they'd be pretty good. But
You got any least players on your roster?
This one was like I was pretty close. I was ahead for most of it, and then Saturday, I just laid an egg, and he went off.
Yeah, like Toronto Maple Leafs, like John Tavares had 3 goals, 45 points, fantasy points this week. Kirill Kaprizov, 45. Alex Ovechkin, 47.
They won like 8-1.
Willie Nylander, like Quinn Hughes. Yeah, buddy, like his team's good. Like
it's like every player we're talking about that's going nuts is on his team.
Yeah. Yeah, and like your team very much performed like mine, but mine performed a little bit worse than yours. But yeah, just completely average. Sort of weak from you.
I was looking good going into Saturday's games.
Yeah, and then
I was up by a little bit.
Yeah,
and then he just went off. My team just shit the bed.
Just did the old Saturday flip on you, did it?
Yeah, it's classic Saturday flip. Like in that 7-3 game we talked about, Oilers Canucks, guess how many goals and/or assists Evan Bouchard had? The number 1 defenseman.
0, probably.
On the team that scores 0 exactly.
Yeah. How much did
he's looked like butt cheeks all season.
Yeah, but you know what? Last year there, Yags, I had Evan Bouchard, and he was butt cheeks for like the first 10 games of the season, and then like he went anti butt cheeks after that, and then like ended up being like a top 100 or top 80 defender, and then I ended up trading him to you actually, Jansen. At the deadline.
Yeah, I picked him up the trade deadline acquisition. That's right.
And then you must have enjoyed having him on your roster since then as well.
He was pretty solid, but he didn't help me out much when it came playoffs, but it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, anything more on this matchup? Jansen, you got anything to say about this?
Yags, I think you need more Leaf players on your roster.
I do. I currently have 0.
It's working good for Dirty. You gotta get Bobby McMahon.
That's the problem.
Bobby McMahon's free right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Max Domi's probably available too.
I bet Nick Robertson's still out there.
He might be. I'm sure Matt Benning is.
I mean, Matt Benning is probably available. Yes.
Chris Tanev, I've seen his name on the free agency list as well.
Really?
Yeah.
He hasn't done shit though.
Yeah, he's just a defensive.
But isn't he leading the league in block shots?
Yeah, but that's all you do. It might not help you that much. Is he leading the league right now in block shots?
Last I heard. I mean, I haven't checked it recently, but
we gotta get a stat guy on this pod.
Now hiring stat guy.
Yeah, need a stat guy pronto. Okay. Anyways, this matchup, we don't really need to talk about it. The Eggs looks all sad as we keep talking about it. But Dirty Dancers, man, all kudos to him. Climbing out of that 0-3 hole. I kind of mentioned it when I played Dirty Dancers. I was like, man, this team, because I was listening to him for like the whole half of the week, and I was like, holy shit, like he's got good guys on his team. It's just maybe the manager of the team is not doing the necessary moves. But if you hit him on a week where you got all of his guys playing lots of games, like 4 games apiece, like you're gonna hit him. And Ovechkin, dude, he's killing it.
Yeah, he's going nuts. He wants that record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next matchup, we got my matchup versus Marner's Millions. Brutal showing from my team. Absolutely dog shit. I got to give credit to where credit is. Marner's Millions put up 421 to my 311.5. Marner's Millions is killing it this week. This is a bit of a low-scoring week around the league as well. So 421 was the third highest on the week. But that being said, my team didn't even come close to a chance. Like all week long. He had more guys playing on off days, and I just was always behind the 8 ball. What really fucked me was Shesterkin going -9 on the week. Kevin Lankinen going minus whatever he was last night, whatever. My goaltenders didn't show up. I would have been better off not starting Kevin Lankinen and then letting Yahoo take off my goalie scores for the week. And this is coming.
You would have had the minus from Shesterkin taken off too.
Yeah, exactly. So that being said, team's shit. Selling it. Season's over.
Welcome to the club.
No, I think my team's just got to regroup. I do see some glaring holes in my team, but I am ready. I am willing to make trades to fix those. That being said, I'm looking for. It sounds weird, but one of the things when I was in the draft, I was kind of like stoked on was I was drafting all these right wingers and left wingers. And then I was like, oh, the centers will just come. The natural centers will just come because they'll be so cheap. I'll find one. I haven't found a good natural center, so I'm looking for a quality natural centerman. So if you got one that you're willing to part with, you have an extra one, just hit me up because I'm definitely looking for one. More on it. You got to give credit to Myers Millions. Just killed it. We chirped his team quite a bit on the earlier podcast, not the last couple because he's been doing all right, but we were like, man, his team doesn't thread it doesn't move the needle for us or whatever is kind of what I'm saying. I believe is what we kind of said. That being said, I look at it now. It's maybe a little bit too hard on it, and I got to eat crow on this one. What else you guys got to say on this?
What are you saying? We were hard on his team. I'm actually starting to remember things I said last week now. And I do believe I said something about the hungry dog running faster. Yeah,
some shit like that.
To my credit, the hungry dog ran faster this week. Shout out Mariners getting one of the best weeks out of everybody this week. So good on him. See where he goes from here.
Yeah,
I think your team will be fine. I mean, I think this is just
it's been running
on the radar.
Yeah, it's been running full throttle all season long, and then I think just collectively as a unit, all the players just like slowed right down because like they were running pretty hot. There's a couple guys on my team that I'm really kind of like, man, I need you to get going. I'm looking at you, Lucas Raymond. Looking at you, not to mention any names, Lucas Raymond, Brock Faber. Kind of guys like those that I'm looking at need to step up their game. But yeah, and this Jim Montgomery guy in Boston, the head coach, fire him. He's benching Pasternak, who's like getting like 8 shots a game. He's benching him in the third every game. Like, get rid of this guy. The reason why your team sucks is probably because you don't got Pasternak running like full throw. I mean, if your best player is getting 8 shots a game, do you really think you should be fucking benching him in a tight game in the third period? He must be back on the bottle or something. Like, fuck.
I mean, he's an NHL coach, so he'll get fired at some point here.
Yeah,
that's just the natural course of things.
And
you just gotta wait.
He'll be the coach of like, who's a team right now? Like,
the Leafs.
No, not the Leafs.
Next Leafs head coach. Yep.
I could go Islanders. I think Patrick Waugh doesn't last long there.
No. Or Vegas Golden Knights just gonna fire Bruce Cassidy out of nowhere. They seem to change their coach every couple of years.
That is another good one. We'll keep that segment in the back
burner
in the mind, or do we want to do it now? Coaches we should probably get through the matchups first.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Next matchup, we got Dash One versus the Dust Show. I think this is one of the ones that we talked about last week, as being like a really interesting one. We didn't know who to take, or I don't even remember who both of us took. I believe I might have taken the Dust Show, and you took Dash 1, but we were
Holy fuck. That's just... What are you doing here, bud? I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure I took the guy that lost.
Hey, usually I'm better. I'm better on the spot thinking than you. So, anyways, the Dash.
Oh, that's questionable.
Okay, well,
Holy.
I bet you I took the Dash Show.
Say what you're gonna say. Strike that from the record. No way, that's true. Because Dust Show's family, so I probably took him.
Yeah, but I probably took the Dust Show before you took. I think actually. Oh, whatever. I don't remember. So, anyways, it's a moot point. What my point was that like we were kind of tossing this one up. We didn't know who was gonna do it. Like it could have gone either way, and it was an interesting one to talk about. And while saying that, it ended up being within 9 points. So Dust Show takes it 343 to Dash 1's 334.25. So it was a classic, rough and tough sort of matchup between these guys, and the Dust Show takes it. He improves to 3-2. Dash 1, the golden child that we proclaimed, he's lost 3 in a row now. He's 2-3. What do you guys make of this?
I mean, I think he needs to change his name to Fraud 1.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to figure something out to get back to where he looked during the first 2 weeks. I mean, he can get back there.
Yeah, easily, yeah.
He's just got to... I mean, there's ups and downs figuring this league out. There's a lot going on with the 16 teams and the daily lineup changes and the keepers and all that. There's a lot to pick up, obviously. So there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. He started off with an up right away. So you're like, oh shit. And now he's in a bit of a down. 3 losses in a row. But I think he'll have some ups again.
Yeah.
He's going to need them soon if he wants to stay in the race here. I know it's early, but...
Yeah, his team, max, like his forwards and defensemen, the max point he got a couple guys right at exactly 30 points on the week. And, just to be aggressive, you need to have guys more than like that. I mean, his goaltender, Phil Gustafson, at 38 on the week as well. But, one of the guys I really like for him, and he picked him up, was Kiefer Sherwood of the Vancouver Canucks. The guy hits, he's leading the league in hits. He's got 15 hits this week. He's getting you points just from hitting. And he's throwing goals in there and assists, but that's definitely been a good fantasy guy for him. I just wanted to highlight him. Whereas the Dust Show, Quentin Byfield had 38.25 points on the week. Anze Kopitar 35.75. And then goaltenders Kochkatov or whatever from Carolina had 30 points for him. So and then the rest of the team was looking pretty good too. But I mean, they're within 9 points here. That's a tough blow for Sean / Dash 1. Yeah.
Any words, Hansen?
No, but I like that nickname there that you gave. Is it Dash Fraud 1?
Fraud 1. Yeah.
Fraud 1.
You came up with that on your
Moto
own?
fraud.
On your own?
I did, actually.
Oh wow. Oh, nice.
There's no ghostwriters on this show.
Next matchup, we got McElantern 381.25 to Larry Luff's 249.75. McElantern, our champion last year. He's kind of very similar to you, Jensen. Sedin and Limbo. The way you guys were supposed to be sort of bad, you guys have been putting up a decent amount of points this year, and you're able to swing out wins. Do you see the comparison?
Oh yeah, for sure. I honestly thought I was going to be 0-5.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
It's I had 3 18-round picks in the draft. And I barely had anybody in the top 10. And the few that I had a couple of good keepers. But like, yeah, I've just been working the waiver wire and picking up guys who have been hot, and yeah, it's just been working out for me so far. But yeah, no, and Mac-a-Lantern's there. He's in a similar boat as I am.
Yeah. Taking down Larry Love, obviously Larry Love 0-5. He's going to be kind of the doormat of the league this year. It's pretty easy to see that happening.
His team is not very good.
No, not good at all. But Mac-a-Lantern putting up a 381, which is very respectable in this week's landscape point totals. Good job, Nick. You beat up on the little guy. Anything more on this matchup?
Not really. I mean, I think it's pretty cut and dry. Nick looks good this year. But, I mean, Larry Love might be a free square for most of this year.
Yeah. Next matchup, we got Hipsters and Hoes versus West Coast Express. This one, actually, Gator was ahead like all week, I'm pretty sure. And then kind of Andre did a bit of a Saturday flip and was able to spark a big comeback and actually take him down about 40 points. Not bad. He's got to take care of business. Hipsters and Hoes, and he did, and now he's 2-3, climbing out of his 1-3 hole that he kind of had himself in. Gator 0-5, but he's a team that he's not like Larry Love, where I can see wins in Gator's future. Larry Love it's hard to see wins. But
I mean, when does Gator play Larry Love?
Yeah, it would be the most Gator thing to lose to Larry Love.
All right, they don't play till week 14.
Yeah, so I mean, might take it to then. They might be 0-13 by then.
Big 0-13 matchup. Gator loses it.
Yeah.
Pigeon matchup of the season.
That would be a pigeon matchup.
I mean, I can't think of a better contender for that.
Yeah. Hipsters and Hoes, though, he needed to win. That's all I gotta say. The funny thing with Gator is he's all. What's that, sorry?
I'll say good job on Hipsters. He deserved it.
That being said, like Gator in the chat, he's like always like saying he's like, oh, it looks like Rototil or the two 4-0 teams are losing this week. Like he's like a narrator for the league, but he's just dog shit himself.
That's about all he is, a bystander.
Yeah. We got to see some more out of you, Gator. Let's go. Pick up those socks. The league's good when Gator...
Pick up those arms.
Yeah. Yeah. The league's good when Gator's good. So...
The league has never been good.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be anytime soon.
Speaking of shitty teams, let's head into our next matchup. Rototiller versus Sedin and Limbo.
I was going to take that differently.
Oh.
Say, Sedin and Limbo had a bye week this week.
There we go.
Played against nobody.
Played against the guy that would have lost to Larry Love. Like...
Yeah, that's the put up less points than Larry Love for the week.
He was awfully quiet this week. Wasn't he awfully quiet?
Well, of course he's quiet. He put up 234 points.
He's gotta get a drink in him. This whole dry November thing is not working for him.
This is the first week that's been fully November. And he just did absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's not good. So, Sedin Limbo wins 366.75 to Rototiller's 234.75. I think that's the lowest score of the entire year.
Yeah, it's got to be close.
When you looked at Rototiller's team coming out of the draft,
you expected this.
This is what you expected. I know we've been hogging the airwaves here, but Sedin,
It's your matchup.
take it away. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
I just gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in Roto Fraud. He barely chirped me. That was his other problem. Barely chirped me all week. I went into the week expecting to hear from him, and when he finally said, he had me exactly where he wanted me, I had a 100-point lead on him, and I was like, "What's going on?"
He was scared.
Oh yeah, he's a fraud.
He was scared. He's a fraud. Yeah.
Here. You said Roto Fraud. We prefer Fraudotiller.
Yeah, Fraudotiller.
On this show?
Yeah.
It rolls off a little better.
Yeah.
Fraud,
for sure.
Fraudotiller.
Fraudotiller.
Not to mess with your feng shui or anything, but
I mean, you beat him, so you can call him whatever you want.
I'm just throwing some friendly advice.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I'm sorry, Jaeger, for spoiling the fun of getting that first win against Rototiller this season. I know you play him next week, right?
Yeah, I mean.
So in other words, Jaeger's got a bye week.
Yeah, it was pretty much. Well, he just gave up.
I think I looked at his lineup because E-Money for some reason or Dusho for some reason thought that Rototiller had too many players.
Yeah, that was weird.
So I looked at it. It's like, no, he clearly just punted this week and is waiting for me, which is fine.
No, he after I had this 100-point lead I had on him, he barely did anything Friday, Saturday, and then he didn't have anybody playing today.
Yeah, well,
So I kinda just gave up too,
that was like my matchup. I didn't have anyone, not a whole lot of players playing today because by like Saturday I already knew I lost. So it's like, hey, move on. And clearly he's probably looking forward to playing Jaeger. I think halfway through this week, he made the call. Jensen.
I noticed all the players on his team are like, he picked up like every fourth liner on Calgary and Vegas. I think they have good schedules next week.
Oh, okay.
So best of luck to him.
We did have a trade this week.
But,
we'll get into, and that further talks about what went on through his mind. But yeah, no, there is no. We can't. We're talking about Fraudotiller here, but we can't discredit what Sedin and Limbo has done too. 366.75. He beat him by over 133 points. He had a good week. Sedin Limbo had a good week. Jensen, so good on you that you move up to 3-2. Rototiller, you take down an undefeated team. There is no more undefeated teams. Or I think this is the earliest this has happened, right? Week 5.
Most likely.
Most likely, this is the earliest undefeated teams have lasted. So,
we're used to Aho going like 22-0.
Yeah. So, hell of a week, Jensen. Proud of you, buddy. And yeah, those. I mean, when you're like, I want to come on the podcast to talk about the Fraudotiller or the Roto Fraud, whatever you talked about, whatever you called them. I talk about the Fraudotiller, and I was like, well, we all knew that his team was a fraud. Like, it was evident that he was just winning these really greasy matchups and was 4-0 out of it. But you know what?
But the thing is when he's winning these greasy matchups, he's acting like he's winning the cup. So when he loses, we have to go after him. It's just part of the game.
Yeah.
He likes it when we chirp.
Oh yeah. He likes his name mentioned on the podcast because we're just he's just sitting there like, yeah, I got him right where I want him. We're 100 points up on him right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no. Prior to this week, he had the least amount of points scored against out of anybody in the league.
I believe it.
And I felt bad for Hipsters because he had the most.
Yeah.
Which I think is reflective in where they're at in the highly reflective in where they're at in the standings. So I felt bad for Hipsters, but Roto Fraud or Fraudotiller or whatever, we get it mixed up. Yeah, he's just been lucky this season. I don't know.
But that's sometimes.
Sorry to keep messing with you, Sedin. Another thing we don't do on this podcast is we don't feel bad for Andre. We enjoy his pain whenever it happens.
Yeah.
Sorry to keep on. I know it's been a while since you've been on, but just laying some ground rules here for you, buddy. Sorry to do this to you.
Nah, I got Andre's back on this one.
Okay. So rototiller all time against you, Jansen. You're 4-1-1 against him. You've had rototiller's number the entire time he's been in this league, or you've been in this league. Sorry. So you got him nervous, I think, every time he plays you.
I love to see it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the next one.
And like rototiller's had success in this league, so that's something to definitely hold highly. I know we like to chirp rototiller lots, but he's definitely he's had success, and you can't deny it. Obviously, 4-1 this year. Him having 4 wins was so key. Like, even if he can just like stay at like a 500 team for the rest of the way, he's gonna make the playoffs, but lose in the first round sort of deal. Like, unless he completely collapses like every week, like this week, he's set himself in a good position. But still, I mean, putting up 234 points, you can't be feeling good about that at all. We'll see how he does next week.
Oh yeah, you guys will go through the previews right after this. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Next matchup, we got Pickled Peppers versus Keeper Hardly Knowers. Keeper Hardly Knower, your buddy, Jansen. He's
Battle of Livingston.
Yeah, but the Battle of the Livingstons. Yes, you are correct. Both Livingstons.
Yeah.
The two brothers, the two bros are playing. They're not actually real brothers. They just have the same last name. Keeper Hardly Knower, Jonathan Livingston, 439.75 to Pepper Livingston, Robert Livingston. Keeper Hardly Knower putting up a huge number here, second most of the week. And he's starting to come. We were kind of chirping his team a little bit too, and now he's starting to come into his own. Things are starting to look up. He's starting to look like that better team that we saw originally in his first year, right? So we're good to see it. I mean, Pickle Peppers, he's a good team as well, and he took down a good team this week, and this is he definitely eye-opening for the rest of the league. Like, okay, this guy can put up some numbers. And
yeah, he might be back. I mean, he was bad last year, so he sold through picks last year. So he had good draft capital with him, and he seemed to do well with it.
Yep.
And he's picking up steam.
3 in a row. He's won 3 in a row.
Goes up, 3 in a row, 3-2.
Yep.
Peppers bumps down to 3-2.
A lot of 3-2 teams.
I mean, I think if you're Peppers, you just gotta chug along the next week.
Yep.
I think he'll be fine.
Yep. Next,
I'm proud.
go ahead.
No, I just said proud of my buddy John. You know, I felt bad for him last. I'll feel bad for my buddies.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy John got the win, and I'm glad I beat him early. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think I play him next week actually.
That's going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it should be. Not looking forward to it, but I am looking forward to it actually. Yeah. Anything more on this matchup? Okay, Aho, let's go. We talked about it. You'd hate to be the guy that plays Aho this week, coming off of a big loss last week. You'd hate to be this Flyhammer right now, and he got destroyed. Aho comes back, obviously, with the most points of the week after he got his first loss of the season. And the Flyhammer, 329.75, just never had a shot. And Aho takes it. You had a...
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Aho, always seems to find that extra gear when he needs it. after a loss, goes out and punishes the next guy. Bad result for Flyhammer. Kind of seems to be in a bit of a free fall. I'm not sure what to do with this team right now. Not sure how I feel about it. It just hasn't seemed to wow us at all yet. Maybe there's something in there, but we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
How many Leaf players have you got?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Probably 0. Yeah, 0.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
No, I thought you were just
That is
looking
it
at.
right there.
Weren't you just looking at Flyhammer's roster there?
That's
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, sorry. I was just getting my ad read ready.
welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, boys, little ad read for you. Are you tired of the taste of your taste buds taking a nap? Wake them up with A&W's mouth-watering burgers that are so good they might just start a dance party in your mouth. Imagine this, you bite into a juicy A&W burger and suddenly you're transported to a world where calories don't count and fries are the official currency. Cha-ching! And speaking of fries, have you tried A&W's crispy golden fries? They're like tiny, delicious golden nuggets that could make even a potato jealous. Plus, don't forget about our root beer. So frothy and refreshing, it'll make you rethink your life's choices. You might even start asking yourself, why haven't I been drinking this with every meal? So whether you're dining in, driving through, or just need a reason to celebrate your next I got you out of bed achievement, A&W is here for you. A&W, where the burgers are hot, the fries are crispy, and your taste buds will thank you later. Come on down and unleash your inner food fan. Warning, side effects may include excessive smiling, spontaneous laughter, and cravings that will last longer than a TikTok dancing challenge. That's our friends at A&W. Obviously, Jensen, our A&W rep. It's good to have you on the podcast. Obviously, you hooked us up with those free Canucks tickets coming in on. You just want to go over like the only time we had you really on was on that phone call. But now that you're live on the pod, you want to talk a little bit more about the Canucks tickets and everything that are the giveaway and the situation, because I keep watching it. I don't know the dates or anything, and I always forget to look it up. But you want to just take it away and go over the whole. Here on behalf of the Burger Boys, we just want to thank you again for hooking us up with that sweet sponsorship deal. There's a lot of guys that are just thrilled about it, excited about it. So.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see who wins these at the end of the year. So yeah, I actually picked up some half-season tickets with the Canucks this year, and had my work with my work there, and I was able to get a couple tickets for the San Jose game on was it April 14th or something like that?
You know the dates better than me.
Don't ask us, we don't know.
I don't have I need to open the calendar or something. It's like April. Yeah,
it's at the end of the year, at the end of the regular season. So yeah. I mean, after our regular season, yeah. So are we?
Yeah, and so the draw will be done. Yeah.
Yeah, are we gonna do it like the day the regular season ends? Like playoffs don't count, right?
Yeah, correct. Playoffs don't count. It's just for our regular season. I'll probably do the draw the day after our season ends. So our season ends on the Sunday. I'll do the draw on Monday.
Yeah, we'll try to do that like live on the podcast or something too, eh? Get you on and we'll
that'd
do.
Be sweet.
Yeah, or even if you come over to my house and then we can, we can get on the camera and then do a pod, and then do it live on the pod, and then it'd be like a big event.
Announce winners.
Yeah, and then
that would be sweet.
Couple more. So just it goes. You get a draw for every win in the league, and you get a draw per your positioning of your points for.
Correct.
Yeah,
and everybody starts with 10 draws automatically, so everybody at least has a chance at winning.
Yeah, cool.
So no matter how your season goes, everybody's got 10 a minimum of 10. Even West Coast Express, who doesn't have a win on the season, still has 10 draws towards a chance at winning.
Yeah.
That would be something. Gator goes 0-21.
Gets 1 point because he's number 16th in goals for, and then he has 11 draw tickets because he has got no wins and wins it.
That would be something. That would cause an uproar, I think.
Okay, this is one thing that Jaeger and I were talking about on the podcast. Or did we talk about it on the podcast, or did we talk about off air? But what happens if you win it, man? you're just getting your tickets.
Yeah,
you're just getting your tickets back.
I could just go down to another game. I'd be fine with that. I mean,
no, you know what? No. I mean, fair games. The game's game, man. You're in this league as well. So I mean, if you win it, it's just no money out of your pocket, no money out of A&W's pocket, right? Like so.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
uproar.
The fans might not be happy, but you know what? You're in it.
Fuck them. Fuck the fans.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. If I won them, realistically, I'd probably just give them away. But as I'm probably going to be going down to
redraw if you win.
Yeah, just do a redraw.
It'd be like,
or not even include. Honestly, it might not even include my name.
It'd be like the Office. You know that Office episode where Dwight organizes this employee of the month thing, and then the whole thing is that Jim at the end of the month announces him as when he's the manager as the employee of the month to make himself look bad, and then when they do a redraw, his wife wins it. It'll be like that.
Oh yeah, that's
winning your own draw.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'll be going down to a couple more games, as you guys have seen. I've already been to a couple for the Canucks this season. So we'll see. I'm probably going to go to another one or two here in the spring.
Yeah, cool. What else was I going to say about this? Yeah, no, we're super thrilled. A lot of guys are thrilled. Actually, even Nick, he said Nick's he's a big oral surgeon guy. He's getting his oral surgery situation ready, and he said in a couple of years when he's got his own practice or whatever, you motivated him to do something like this as well. It got him fired up to throw in a big sponsor.
Let's be real about that though. Nick's a cheap cunt. He always has been. He always will be.
Well, that's why we got to mention it.
His idea for a big draw will be the same draw, but for a case of fucking beer.
Old English. Old English. Morty's of Old English. Caribou malt.
Caribou malt liquor. Colt 45.
Yeah. We'll believe it when we see it, Nick.
And then when it happens, everybody will be praying that they don't win instead of fucking Old English.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be like, "What'd you do with that Old English I got you?" Fucking nothing, buddy.
Yeah. Right on. No, I know. We're definitely thrilled. A lot of guys have been talking about it, and everyone's excited. Even if they can't make it to the game, it's just another whole draw thing that it's just an exciting thing to do, right? Gets people excited. The league has never been this competitive. Like I said, everyone's got a loss within 5 weeks of the year.
A couple guys don't have a win.
Yeah, a couple guys don't have a win, but I mean they still got an opportunity to win the draw at the end of the day, at the end of the year. So they got a chance to win the draw. So I think you're doing good things out here with us, Jensen, and we gotta thank A&W and yourself.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks again for having me.
Yeah, I don't know if before you leave, do you want to just go over? We'll preview the matchup you're heading into. Right before you leave.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
this will be quick.
Yeah. So we got Sedin and Limbo versus West Coast.
Take it away.
Yeah, you take it away, Jensen.
Yeah, I got was it Sedin and Limbo, yours truly, versus West Coast Express. I mean, I hope West Coast Express can bring it. We'll see what Gator does this week. Maybe he'll, dig in, shoot some more pucks, skate faster.
Maybe. If you had to guess, you guys have played each other 6 times in the history. If you had to guess, what do you think your record is against West Coast Express?
All-time record?
Yeah.
From 6 matchup?
Yeah.
I would say 4-2. I've won 4, lost 2.
Yeah, you've won 5 and lost 1. So history dictates.
Oh, okay.
Dictates you got a good shot at winning this one. Plus, also status of roster this year states that you're probably going to win as well. So go with that. Take that as you will with that information. Austin Matthews obviously injured for West Coast Express. That's probably his only good player. I don't know if he comes back. Maybe he's week to week or day to day. I don't know. I don't know the status of Austin Matthews off by hand. I should, because we're a Leaf-based podcast. But
disappointed in you, Braden.
what are you thinking? What do you think is going to be the outcome here, Jensen?
Ooh, I'd like to say I'll get the win, but knowing my luck, West Coast might actually pull it off. If he was going to pull a win off and it was against me, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
What's it saying for Matthews there, Yikes?
Bodes well to play on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. So
there you go.
Okay. But he's not even been playing that great this year. It's been a team
He had
game.
a good week somewhere.
Against you.
He's going to get a podcast bump now that we've talked about it.
Yeah. But yeah, no. This matchup, it's like you obviously got the edge, but like I said before, I think Gator's gonna sneak in a couple wins here and there. I've already seen enough. I don't think he's a playoff team, unfortunately, Gator. I know you're listening right now, but I think you're still gonna sneak off a couple wins here and there, and you might win against prominent guys that need wins like Sedin. You need every single win. Every team needs every single win that they can get. But right now, like you might be a middle of a pack kind of guy. You'd like to string wins, and you'd like to take care of business here as well, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah,
I'll do my
for
best.
sure. Right on, buddy. Thanks for coming on the pod.
Right.
And we'll hope to have
thanks
you
for having me, boys.
have you back in the near future.
Oh yeah, I'll be back.
Oh yeah.
Have a good one, boys.
Thanks for
coming on, buddy.
Thanks for the Canucks tickets.
You're welcome. All right, take care, boys.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I just one. All right. Thank you to Jensen for coming on the podcast. Just quickly, we'd like to have more guests and guys on the podcast in the league. If you guys want to jump on the podcast, let us know. It's really easy. You just got to join the Discord, the live chat when we're recording. But if you're interested in coming on, let me know. We'd like to have more guests. It's obviously a little bit nicer to have 3 guys kind of rolling with the system. And if you want to just you don't have to stop in for the whole entire pod. You just stop in for 10 minutes, talk about your matchup. Maybe if you're facing one of us, that's a good time to come on. If you're facing one of us, come on the podcast, and then we can go a little bit more in depth on what we kind of think is going to happen on the matchup. It's fun time, and it's always better to have guests on the pod.
Yeah, have some balls and show up, you fucking pussies.
Yeah, I was thinking of trying to somehow rig up a system where I can put a phone conversation into the podcast where we just, instead of inviting people on the podcast, we just phone them up. We just phone up Rototiller, and then you just get him when he's the drunkest or something, get him on, and then hang up when he's just spitting random shit. I want to see
I probably could do that.
we should.
I can go FaceTime through my phone, so I can just FaceTime somebody
Yeah.
and just have just your live on air start going.
Yeah. We should think about that. It can't be dry. It can't be dry in November, but just on a day where you kind of know that he's gonna be like in the sauce or something. Gotta get him on, or not even in the sauce. He doesn't even have to be on the sauce. I feel like Rototiller.
It would be better if he was.
It would be better if he was, because he would be all sad because he's losing. If you know, but no, we gotta get. That's what I'm saying is it'd be kind of cool to just get guys on at the spur of the moment, see what they got to say.
Yeah, but dude, come on the pod, you fucking babies.
Yeah. Okay, boys. Next matchup, we got Rototiller versus. What's that?
Are we doing our official predictions on Sedin and Limbo and West Coast Express?
Yeah, you go ahead first.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Guess who I'm
Probably Sedin and Limbo.
You would be correct. Sedin's team looks good, Gators doesn't. It's simple as that. It's one of the easier ones to pick, I think.
Yeah, well, there was a situation last week that I called, and it was your matchup versus Dirty Dancers. You were all gung ho that you were going to win that one, and everything was going to happen. You were gonna, it was going to be it was a nice, good, easy win for you. But this is what I'm thinking for this matchup. Is Jansen thinks it's going to be an easy one. Gonna take it lightly. He heard him when he was on the podcast. He said, "Oh, this will be a quick one. Yeah, I'll stay on the pod for this one. This will be quick." This matchup might not be quick, and I think West Coast Express. I'm putting my faith in him again, and I think he's going to come out with a win, and it's going to shock the nation.
I mean, he's got to reward your faith at some point.
Yeah, I think I've picked him every week just looking for a spicy pick. Hasn't worked out.
It has not gone well for you.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, so I got West Coast Express. You got City and Limbo. Next match.
I'm taking the bitch route, I know.
Next matchup, Yammer Yaga versus Rototiller. This is one of the big matchups, man. This is a rivalry matchup that wasn't in rivalry week, right? It's
this is like Montreal and Toronto playing. This is a marquee matchup.
Yeah, this is what dreams are made of here, man. This is what Rototiller, like you said, he was prepping his entire life for this.
He was doomsday prepping.
Yeah.
He was building a bunker, getting canned food ready to go for this.
And this one, so all time, you guys have played the most in this league in the playoffs. 3 games. Most of any other matchups. You guys have played 3 games in the playoffs. So this is not only a stepdaddy, stepson rivalry matchup. This is a playoff type. You guys have bad blood dating back to when Rototiller comes. In the regular season, you guys have only played 7 times. Do you think you got the edge?
I think I do. Probably 4-3 me.
You don't. 3 and 4.
Holy
You're 3 and 4 against Rototiller, but you're 2 and 1 in the playoffs.
So I win when it matters, is what you're saying.
Exactly, except for not last year, the season before. When did you lose to Rototiller in the playoffs?
I'll tell you, I did not make the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
So.
no, you did lose at one point to the Rototiller, but in the playoffs. But yeah, no, that's crazy.
Obviously.
I think for the first couple of years that Rototiller was making the play, you guys are always facing each other, facing off each other. That's why Rototiller was so stoked last year, was that you weren't good, so you could just get an easy bye, and you didn't have to go through stepson to get through. But yeah, no, 3. He's got the edge. 4-3 against you in the regular
It's
season.
surprising. I know he's won a couple against me in the regular season. I mean, if we played last year twice,
Yeah.
I probably went 0-2 last year.
So that's exactly what I was gonna say. But yeah, you guys always
Like shit last year.
play hard.
It's always a
again.
good matchup. I mean,
Yeah.
like I was saying, like looking at his roster, he's clearly loading up on players with good schedules this week to play me. He talks a lot about playing you or playing Aho, but nothing gets him out of the bed in the morning like playing me.
Yeah. Oh, he just
I brought him into this world, and I can take him out.
Yeah. On that topic of him grabbing guys from like Vegas and Calgary or whatever you were saying, he sent me a trade, and I had just like picked up Brett Howden from the Vegas Golden Knights as like a streamer guy for like 2 games this week, and like I picked him up, and then he instantly sent me a trade for some guy I didn't even want. I was like, I'm not gonna make this trade because Brett Howden still has a game to play that I picked him up for, so I'm not gonna do it. And I was just gonna drop Brett Howden like after he played that game. So he sent me a trade, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that stupid 1-for-1 trade because like that guy sucks that he offered me. So then after the game or whatever, I was like, okay, maybe he wants him for some reason. So I traded Brett Howden and an 18th round pick for his 17th round pick. So super big trade. But I moved up a draft round because he really wanted Brett Howden to clearly stack up against you this week on fourth liners.
Yeah, I think Vegas plays Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Oh, okay, I see.
This week.
So he's getting clever with it, making minor situation trades. When he sent me that, I was like, yeah.
This is where, like, you know how Road Chiller makes these trades, and we're like, why is he doing that?
It's because he wants to win the matchup. Yeah,
it's because he's
week by week.
The guy next week, and he's like, oh, he's got week by week, which, I mean, he's 4-1. I guess it works for him.
Yeah, I mean, Brett Howden.
I actually sort of did the same thing. So, like, you picked up Brett Howden, I picked up Nick Roy from Vegas.
Yeah.
Because he had like a Friday matchup or something like that, or a Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, pick him up. Then I looked at his next week's schedule. I'm like, well, I'll try and keep this guy around.
Yeah.
He'll help me out next week.
I think he ended up scoring a goal or 2, actually, since you picked him up, too.
No, I don't think he's done shit.
Oh.
He's a bum.
But anyways.
But he's like 6'6", I think.
So this one, I mean, yeah, like it's the frauditiller, but clearly he wrapped her up midway through the week last week and started focusing on this week. And does that frighten you at all, Yegs?
Not really.
Do you feel a sense of like he could do it? He could take you down?
Well, see, I'm having problems predicting this matchup because my season's over. We established that in the reviews. But Road Chiller's also a fraud.
Yeah.
So it's pretty tough to pick. It's like unstoppable force meets immovable object in like shitty team sense.
The one thing you can't discredit, obviously, is Rototiller's.
It's kind of like the Carolina Panthers and New York Giants playing in Germany.
Yeah.
At like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Like, just send Germany their worst teams.
I mean, what did Germany do to deserve that?
Yeah, probably World War II. Make it
a couple things.
Couple World Wars.
A couple bad things.
Yeah, this matchup, it's funny because we're talking about this Rototiller team being 4-1, but every time we talk about it, it's like he shouldn't be 4-1. He's not a good team, but he is a 4-1 team, and you're a 2-3 team. But it's in my mindset right now. It's Jaeger. You got to take care of business. It's not Rototiller who has to take care of business. It's just because the hand he's been dealt, he's got a way better record than you. But in my sense of looking at this, you're clearly the favorite, the betting favorite.
Oh shit, that's not good news.
It's not good news for you. So, I mean, it would be. I would say it wouldn't be a shock if Rototiller won, but I wouldn't be surprised if he won. That being said, Yags, you took the last matchup. I'm taking this matchup, and I'm taking you to be Rototiller.
Well, I'm taking Rototiller. Like I said, my season's over. My team is ass. My team has no shot. They're losing. Rototiller's prepared for this week. He's winning. I'm losing.
I love your loyalty to the loyalty to the pod system.
Got to do it.
Got to do it. Next matchup. Anything more on this? I mean, this is 1 week that between you, I don't think. Did you set yourself up for rivalry week with him in week 16, or you didn't? No. So you went and you foregone rivalry week with your biggest rival, one of the biggest rivals in the league. We'll have to set rivalry week between you guys next year, for sure.
I can, but just trying to figure it out. I don't think I did the best job. There's some ones that are kind of weird.
Yeah, I think next year we got to talk.
I don't want to do the same rivals every year.
No, 100%. And there's a couple ones that I can tell you that can be rivals that you don't know because you don't know them personally, but that we can mix in there in future. So like next year we'll sit down and we'll actually I'll make a list of guys that I feel and then guys that you feel, and then we'll make a rivalry. I mean, it's not like the rivalry weeks are set and they're good. There's a sense of rivalry, but I was a little surprised you didn't choose the Jaeger versus Rototiller as a rivalry week.
Yeah, there's just some that it's tough because some guys that are disconnected from most of the league only have a couple rivals.
Yeah.
Or a couple guys that you can put in as rivals.
Yeah.
So it does kind of limit you a little bit. I was also doing this in Zama City, so I was isolated from the world myself when I was doing it.
Yeah. No doubt. Okay. Next matchup. Myself, Aino Regretsky's versus Keeper Hardly Knower. We kind of touched on this one. This one's gonna be a good matchup. 2-2 all time against each other. Maybe I think this is gonna be a really close matchup. I got humble pied last week. Coming into this next week, a little bit better outlook of my team. I've noticed some holes in my team that I need to be rectified, and I mean, I don't know if I'll be making trades this week to do that, but I still think I got a really good team, but I think Keeper Hardly Knower he's ramping up right now too. So I think this is going to be a really good matchup. I think it could potentially be the matchup of the week here that we're seeing. I have a lot of respect for Keeper Hardly Knower's team. I got a lot of respect for him. He's a good family man, good husband. I think he's going to school right now. He's got a job at Tolko. The guy's doing it all. He's just a good human being. But this week, I got to put all that aside, and I got to take you down, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a good one. I mean, obviously your team is 4-1. Keeper's 3-2, but he's looked good. Even as losses, I think he's looked like a good team. He's put up good numbers even in his losses. So this is gonna be a tough one for you. I mean, you're you're in tough. I mean, McDavid's back. If McDavid was still out, you'd have a pretty good chance, I think, of you'd have a lot better chance than you do right now, obviously. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
I know who you're going to take, so I'm going to take Keeper Hardly Nowhere to pull it off this week against you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. I got humbled this week. Mars Millions humbled me. I wouldn't be shocked, but that being said, I still think I got a good team, and I think I can still get the job done. I'm not, in no way would I discredit my opponent. Keeper Hardly Nowhere, can't disrespect him like that. There's no way I could be like, this is a guaranteed win. You know, he's had a bit of a off year, and then to start the year was kind of not looking great, but recently he's looked really good. So heading into this matchup, I think it's going to be a really good one. It's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be close. Anything more?
Not on this one, on the next one, I think.
Yeah, Dash 1 versus Martyrs Millions. Dash 1, obviously 3 losses in a row. Martyrs Millions, I think he's got 2 wins in a row, but he's 3-2. You got Dash 1, 2, and 3. First time these teams ever meet up. Obviously, expansion team for Dash 1. Dash 1's going to try to right the wrong here. He wants to he's got to climb out of this hole. He's in a bit of a rut here. Lost by 9 points last week. It was a tough blow for him. Martyrs Millions had the best week of his year last week, and it'll be, I mean, recency bias here. Like probably everyone's, hey, Martyrs Millions is starting to rev up. Dash 1's slowed down quite a bit. Obviously, Martyrs Millions would be probably your betting favorite in this, but Dash 1, I think he's still there. I think he still has the ability to come at you and take you down. One thing I noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, but with Dash 1, and this is it for Dash 1, when you listen to this, I'm giving you a pointer. I've noticed the way that you're picking up guys. You're picking up guys just to throw them in your lineup for that day. Start looking a little bit ahead and utilizing your ads a little bit. Maybe schedule them a little bit better, because I've noticed you just pick up a guy and then you drop him the next day, and I don't think that's, you got to you only have 6 ads to make, so just try to make one ad last a little bit longer, play an extra game. Obviously it didn't work out for me last week, but it's worked out for me in the past, and it could work out for you. It could have been the difference of 9 points last week by having an extra ad on Sunday or something, right? It's a little pointer. It's a pointer for everyone. I'm just, Dash 1's new in the league, so I just wanted to put that in there. And I know he listens to the pod, so. Yeah, I think this one's actually going to be a close matchup. I don't think it's the same thing. Dash 1's in one where he's against a guy that's fairly even with him in skill. Martyrs Millions, maybe he's good now. He scored the 3rd most last week, so maybe he's a good team, and things are starting to really click for him. I don't doubt in my mind. I do think Martyrs Millions is a playoff team come playoff time. So this is a team that Dash 1, he's got his hands full versus Martyrs Millions.
I think this is you picking first.
Oh, I gotta go with Dash 1. No.
Leaving me the gravy, eh?
No, I'm gonna go Martyrs Millions because it makes me look better if he just continues winning.
Oh, that was a bitch move right there.
What do you mean?
Switch up your pick after I react to it.
I was giving you gravy ones, though. I was already giving you gravy ones.
No, you took away the gravy.
What, you don't think Dash 1's got what it takes? You don't believe it? I can take Dash 1 if you want.
I don't. I'm officially issuing fraud watch for Dash 1. I know he's new. It just, I don't know. I don't think this one's going to be as close as we think, as you were laying it out to be. I think Marner's just has a lot more momentum right now. And I'm going Marner's Millions this week. I mean, it won't be a blowout, but it won't be like 8, 9, 10 points. I think it'll be like 20, 30. Dash one. I mean, gave us a lot of hope at the start. We haven't seen a lot since. I mean, he's got to figure it out eventually. I just don't think it'll be this week. Marner's is a tried and true, tested vet. Plays down in the muck. Whenever you play Marner's Millions, you gotta be prepared to go into the mud and fight out a win. I don't know if a new guy's got that in him. I mean, if you have the firepower, maybe, but I don't think Dash One has the straight up firepower, so he has to get into the mud. Marner's Millions is one of those guys, when you get into the mud, Marner's Millions does pretty well, so I'm gonna go Marner's Millions.
All right.
Shit. Who did you pick again?
I'll take Dash One. I could take either. Next matchup, we got McElantern versus...
I told you. I think you originally picked Marner's Millions, but then I talked myself into Marner's Millions.
I originally was going to take Dash One, but then I switched it. But then you said that I got mad. You got mad because of your reaction. So then I was like, hey, whatever. I'll take Dash One. I don't care. I can go either way here. But whatever you want is what we'll do.
Okay, so I'm taking Marner's. You're taking Dash One.
Yeah. Okay, next matchup we got.
The thing is, we got to keep the opposite thing going for every matchup, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it gives everybody we give everybody a chance to win. That's
exactly
the big thing about this.
Yeah.
Is we give everybody a chance to win.
Got to give everyone, confidence. Okay. Next matchup. McElantern versus Dirty Dancers. At the beginning of the year, you would think this is kind of like, McElantern, reigning champion, takes on Dirty Dancers, who actually won the championship before. So these are our last two champions facing off against each other. I think this is going to be a good one. Dirty Dancers is starting to fire on all cylinders. McElantern's firing on all cylinders. You got, two teams that are looking all right. I mean, a couple weeks ago, we probably would have just given it to McElantern by the way the Dirty Dancers was playing. But, hey, I think this one's up for the air for both of these teams, and I think it's going to be a good, close matchup. You take the cake, though.
Yeah, these are two guys who are they're weighed down by jewelry, by both of them having championship rings. I agree, a couple weeks ago this might not have looked this close, but with Dirty Dancers in is just keeping the guys that he has. But he has so many good guys that it works out for him quite a bit. Because, you look at his lineup and you look at the guys, they're all studs, even though he doesn't really do the add drop thing like the rest of us do. The roster he has is good enough to win in games. McElantern doesn't have that advantage, but he's
does the ad drops
with the ads and everything, and he's a champ and most recent defending champion. He's got that pride to fight for. This will be a good one.
Yeah, 3-2 team versus 3-2 team versus 2-3. No, it's yours. I picked first last time. It's a coin flip, man.
I'm gonna go McElantern.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Dirty Dancers.
I'm gonna go Nick. In the coin flip, I'm going to the guy who won the championship the most recently. You gotta look for extra factors like that. Like, Dirty Dancers has championship experience, obviously, from winning it. But McElhander's championship experience is more fresh in his mind.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a difference.
Dirty Dancers, or McElhanter is 7-2 all time against them in 9 games played.
Ooh, that is a good stat for me.
Yeah. No, but I see Dirty Dancers as a team. Like we said, doesn't make those ads. He's got 2 guys on his roster, Askarov and Wallstedt, who aren't even in the NHL right now, and he's just holding on to them. Potentially good goaltenders eventually, but he's got he's just not making those ads and drops. Like a lot of people would already have those guys off your roster because they're not even in the league right now, right? So that would be the difference, I think, in this matchup if McElhanter does win it. But I think Dirty Dancers has enough firepower. Obviously, Joseph Woll, he's back. He's sharing the net in Toronto with Anthony Stolarz. I don't know how many games Toronto plays this week, but if they play 3, you got at least 1 start out of Woll. Then he's got UC Saros as his goaltender as well, who's probably, if Nashville plays 3 times, he probably got 3 starts out of it. So I'm liking that. Ovechkin's scoring at a rapid pace. We might see a little bit of Ovechkin's slowdown coming up. It's pretty common in Ovechkin's career for him to slow down a little bit, especially as he's gotten older. But maybe not. Maybe he'll hit the record by maybe he'll win the Maurice Rocket Richard one more time. You know? He's scoring at will right now, and it's insane. Actually, I seen a stat, Dylan Strome. I don't know who's got Dylan Strome, but Dylan Strome has assisted on every single one of Ovechkin's goals this year.
I love it.
Gotta love to see it. But yeah, no, I'm taking Dirty Dancers. Like I said, it's going to be a close one. It's not like... I would say that, man, this is a 50-50 split for betting odds. I think this is even money. You pick whoever you want. You could maybe go with the edge with McElhanter because of the fact that he adds and drops, but Dirty Dancers drafted a lot better, had more draft capital than McElhanter. But McElhanter's got that dog in him, right? So no pun intended, because he's got the Nate dog as well. So yeah, next matchup, we got Larry Love and Flyhammer. This is the pigeon matchup of the week. This is a good matchup for Flyhammer too. You know, right, wrong, and you know, he's sitting there with a 2-3. Got his head above water a bit here. He's got his head. He's there. He's in the thick of it. He's got a record that is not the worst in the league, but it's actually on par with a lot of the other guys in the league. And to take down Larry Love right now will boost his confidence. But you got to take care of business, Flyhammer. And that means putting your best roster forward versus Larry Love here.
Yeah, no, it's a little early to talk about must-wins, but this is a must-win for Flyhammer. Even in his wins, he hasn't put up big numbies.
Yeah.
And he's going against Larry Love, who looks like the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
If Flyhammer loses this, his season might be over.
Yeah, you can't come back from that.
You gotta do it.
I
think you pick first, but he's got to do this. He's got to make this happen.
Yeah, and that's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the easy one, Flyhammer. I think Flyhammer's got enough in the tank to take down Larry Love easily, just like any other team should. And I fully suspect Larry Love goes 0-. Right now, I don't see much of a win. If there's to be a win from Larry Love, this would be the week that he would get one. But I think Flyhammer's invested enough into this league, he'll be able to take this win and run, and be 3-3, and you're still in the middle of the pack. I mean, it's not like we're chirping your team, Flyhammer, a little bit, but same time, if you're 3-3 and your guys can start figuring it out. You can find some lightning in a bottle in some guys, or you can make a trade or whatever. you could easily your team can turn it around. You haven't dug yourself into a hole by any means, but it starts with taking down Larry Love right now.
You're cutting out on me a bit there, but since you took Flyhammer, hate to do this to my Uncle Ronnie, but I'm taking Larry Love this week. He's got to win eventually. Larry Love's got to win eventually. And he's got a chance to do it against a team who hasn't shown us a whole lot. He's 2-3, but he hasn't shown us a whole lot. He's eked out wins, and he's kind of 8 losses.
Yeah.
Hate to do it. His family, obviously, but he hasn't had the greatest start. Despite 2-3, less than ideal, but not the worst. But he hasn't looked great in those wins, and he hasn't looked great in those losses. Larry Love is going to win. It's got to be now. If he has a chance, because Larry Love is basically fucked.
Yeah.
If he wants to show that he's not fucked, he has to win now.
Yeah.
The hungry dog does run faster.
Yeah.
As we all know. It's 100% accuracy with the hungry dog running faster. So I'm going to go Larry Love this week.
Yeah. Next matchup, we got Pickle Peppers versus the Dust Show. Pickle Peppers versus the Dust Show here. It's a good one, man. The Dust Show showed me things in the last year that he is... Like, in his first couple of years, it was like, okay, he might be, a bit of, how do you say it? He used to be a bit of an easy win, but like in the more recent years, he's been very competitive, and he's got a chance as anybody. He's got a good team, steady team, very consistent. He took down Dash 1 in a close matchup last week. He's 3-2. He's always in the matchups. But also his opponent is one of those guys where, he lost last week, but he still put up 380 points, which would have beaten half the league last week. So the Pickle Peppers, he's one of the upper echelons of the league, I feel, in consistency. And he's made the playoffs over the last 3 seasons or whatever. He's made it to the finals. He's had really great teams. But I think this turns out to be a fairly close matchup. Close in terms of team. Obviously, I'd give the little bit of a one-up on Pickle Peppers on the betting odds. But I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that the Dust Show can take a win here by any means. But yeah, you go ahead with your analysis and your pick. I believe I took the last one, so.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup all the way through. Peppers coming off a rough loss last week, and Dust Show coming off a big win last week. They're both teams that are capable of winning any week. It's pretty close, but I guess I'm picking first. I'm taking the edge to Pickle Peppers. It's just... There's something about Peppers that always makes me want to pick him. In any scenario. Like, he always puts in a good week, no matter what. Even last week, he put up 385 and a loss. Like, that was a good number for last week.
Yeah.
No matter what, he always seems to put up a good number.
Yeah.
Like, you rarely ever see Peppers get the doors blown off of him.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, I know it's a safe pick, but you know me, I like the safe pick.
Yeah.
I'm going Pickle Peppers this week.
You're an easy rider. Yeah, Pickle Peppers is 4-1 all time against the Dust Show as well. Played 5 times in their career, but you know what? Obviously, I got to go with the Dust Show, and I'm not mad about it. I think Dust Show's got a good opportunity here to get a win. It's a good matchup. If he can take down Pickle Peppers, it'll show the rest of the league, hey, This is the dust show, and he's here to stay. Yeah.
I agree. It would be a huge win for him.
Like, yeah.
If he, because he's 3-2 now. If he takes down the 4-1 Pickled Peppers to go up to 4-2, that shows that he ain't fucking around.
Yeah.
And that he's a playoff team.
Yeah.
Or at least an early favorite to be a playoff team like that. He has a good chance of doing it, and if he does it, it sends a message.
Yeah.
I'm just going with old reliable this week.
Yeah.
I like the easy favorite, and I like betting on Pickled Peppers.
Yep.
So I'm going with my guy.
Yep. Next matchup, it's actually gonna be a good one. I mean, I know all the hipsters and hoes. He's 2-3 on the year. Obviously, Andre, you're facing off against Rob, 4-1. Yeah, you're looking at this and you're like, yes, it's Aho. He's gonna take this. It should be a good, not an easy win for Aho by any means. But it's Aho, so it's like every week he's the favorite. But I think Andre can really take it to him. I think he's got the balls to be able to dismantle Aho and make it a very tough win for Aho. That being said, do I think it's always going to be close? No, but I do see it might not be close. Aho might blow the doors off Andre, but Andre at the same time can easily make this a lot closer. Just by his devotion and will in this league, and I mean he's 2-3. He wants to be 3-3. He thinks his team is good enough to be a good playoff team and hopefully have a shot at the cup. And this starts right now, to prove that you can take down Aho. And you know what? I got picked first, and I'm going to go a little spicy. I'm going to call an Andre upset over the Aho. Let's go.
Yeah, boy.
I'm leaving it easy for you because I know how much you love easies. But I'm making it spicy, and I think Andre's got what it takes.
I mean, this is going to be a good matchup all the way through. There you go. Hipsters and Hoses is going to give Aho a run for his money.
Yeah.
He's going to keep it interesting. But you're basically leaving me with, make a case for Aho to win. It's easy. He's fucking Aho.
Yeah.
I will not be surprised at all if he wins this matchup.
Yeah, all-time record 8-3 and 1-0 in the playoffs for Aho.
Yeah. You know who I'm picking.
Yeah. I wouldn't be. Yeah, I'd still be shocked if Andre wins. It'll be a shock, but it'll be a good shock because every time Aho loses a game, it's like, man, this is awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome to talk about, even if it is Andre, but it's awesome to talk about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to give that credit to Andre?
Yeah, but I think at this point, man, if anyone beats Aho, it's kudos to you.
I still pray for Andre's downfall, no matter what.
Right on. That was the matchups, boys. Heading into week 6. We're right in the thick of it. It's only going to get better. We're into November, at the beginning of November. Or I guess it's the second week into November. But things are starting to ramp up. I guess there's one thing that they say. It's like if your team is... at the end of November, if your team's got a winning record or in the playoffs, it's really tough to miss the playoffs, is what they say in the NHL or something. By the American Thanksgiving, I don't know how much of truth is that, but that's just kind of what I always hear among like the Frank Saravallis and all those guys. But it's really like you kind of know what your team is by American Thanksgiving. So that's 2 weeks away.
But the Oilers had a losing record last year by American Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that's 100% accurate. I'm just saying that's just kind of like what it is. It's like you kind of know what you got, except for, maybe the bubble teams there. Obviously, the Oilers kicked out a bubble team, got to third in the division.
Got all the way up to second in the division.
So second in the division, whatever. But yeah.
So that's what. If you're not feeling good about your team by American Thanksgiving, just go on an unprecedented heater.
Yeah. Okay, boys. I guess we'll just rip into some puck doku to end the spot. All right, boys. This puck doku is presented by A&W. Hey there, you glorious food lovers. Are you sick of munching on bland, sad excuses for meals? Let me tell you about A&W, where the burgers are so damn good, they'll make you question every other meal you've ever had. These burgers are so juicy, you'll need a bib, or maybe just a raincoat. Seriously, one bite and you'll be saying, holy shit, where have you been all my life? And let's talk fries. A&W's fries are crispy as hell and more addictive than your last binge watch session. One fry will lead to another, and before you know it, you're knee-deep in potato heaven. Hold on. Oh, and the root beer? It's so refreshing, it'll knock your socks off and leave you wondering why you ever settle for that boring soda crap. Trust me, one sip and you'll be hooked. You might even start chugging it like it's your new best friend. So if you're ready to treat yourself to a damn good meal, head over to A&W, because life's too short for mediocre food and you deserve to indulge in good shit. A&W, where the burgers are hot, the fries are crispy, and your taste buds will be throwing a damn party. Get your ass over there.
Fucking A. Shout out to A&W, friends of the show.
Friends of the show. All right, boys. Puck Doku, if you're watching on the Spotify or YouTube, you can see the board. But if you're listening, the horizontal axis is the Hurricanes, the Washington Capitals, and under 10 games played in a playoff career. On the vertical axis, you got Montreal Canadiens, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Colorado Avalanche. Yeah. You go.
All right, I guess we'll go. Yeah, where do I want to go? I'm gonna go. Well, that's too easy. Fuck, that is too easy.
Do they have to play at least one game in their playoff career?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I go Pittsburgh, Washington, Kevin Stevens. Fuck. Could have sworn he played for Washington. I'm off to a bad start.
Oh, yeah. Let's go Montreal Canadiens, Washington Capitals. Oh, no, he didn't play there. Shit. No, I'm thinking of someone totally different. No, I can't use that. Pittsburgh Penguins, Carolina Hurricanes, Brandon Sutter. That's all I got right now.
actually a good one.
He played for both teams for a couple, like, at least 4 years each. 1%, I'm actually surprised it was 1%. I don't know, I would think that more people would have had that, but whatever.
I'm going to take an easy one. Pittsburgh under 10 playoff games. Rutger McGroarty. 18%, fuck's sakes.
Oh, wow, really? Wow. Okay.
You're winning this game already. I already know.
Yeah. I don't know, though, because... Montreal Canadiens, under 10 games played playoff career. Cole Caulfield. Right? He wasn't in that run, was he? Oh, he was in that run. He was in that run.
Must have been.
I don't remember him being in
count.
that run. Wow, this is not looking good for us, man. Not looking good for us.
Oh, fuck, it's my turn again?
Yeah.
What was this motherfucker's name? Oh. I think I got it. Pittsburgh, Washington. Chris. Oh. His name's not Chris Beach. There we go.
Oh, wow, that was good. That was good.
Traded as part of the Yarmer Yager trade. I think he was like a 6 overall pick.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Doesn't have a face.
Yeah, fuck, you just made me lose a guy. But here, no, okay, Montreal Canadiens, Washington Capitals. I'm just going purely on the French name, but Matthew Perreault. It's like Mathieu Perreault. Fuck, the French names are hard because it's not even. Yeah, Matthew Perreault.
Does that look like it?
Yeah, Matthew Perreault there. Yeah, baby, 0.6%. Woo! I went purely on the French name because I was like, I'm freaking 100% sure he played for Montreal, but I know him more as a Washington Cap. Actually, he's more of a Winnipeg Jet, I think, than any.
I was gonna say he's a Jet.
Yeah.
Son of a fucking bitch.
But he came up with guys like in Hershey. He played like when he was younger, like in Washington days. He came up with who's that centerman that Canucks gave like a ridiculous contract? Jay Beagle. Jay Beagle, him, and a guy named Jay. So Jay Beagle, Perreault, and I think a guy named Bork had like an insane line in the Hershey Bears when they were younger. And they
What
went.
do I have in my head? Which team do you think is more likely Ron Tugnutt played for? Carolina or Washington? Because I know he played for Colorado or the Quebec Nordiques.
Probably the Whalers.
I'm taking it. Colorado, Carolina, even though he technically never played for either of those teams. Ron Tug. Fuck.
Oh, this is tough. This is the easy one here, and I'm gonna save it because we got how many shots left? 2. Okay, so this is my last shot, so I'll give an easy one. I'll do. Well, I got 2 easy ones, but I'll do this one because I think it's gonna be better than the other easy one. I'll do Andre Burakovsky and Washington Capitals for Avalanche. Oh, there's only 7%.
I almost forgot he played for Washington.
He
He
played
was
there.
drafted by Washington.
He won a cup.
right?
He won a cup with Washington, and then he won a cup with Colorado. Like he was pretty significant in Washington for years.
I have to go for the Stars. I have to go big time if I want to win, eh?
Yeah, because I got a 1%er, a 0.6er, and a 7. So
And I've missed twice, I think.
I've missed once. So the under 10 games played playoff career just sucks because it gives you rookies. Like you got that rookie that you can take. I don't know his name though, from Colorado. Like you put that there. That's probably a really easy one though. But it's hard to think. Like it's like Colorado was bad for years, so you know that there was just fucking dudes. I got a good one. Oh, really good one for Colorado.
I got a mid one. Colorado under 10 games played playoff. Calvin Pickard.
1%. Okay, I was gonna say Nail Yakupov for Avalanche. Under 10 games played, playoff career.
Really good one.
Yeah, I just saw that one. Tough board.
Yeah, I think I like. If it was switched around a bit, I would have been better for me. Because I could have ripped Jocelyn Thibault for like Montreal, Colorado, or Montreal, Pittsburgh, or Colorado, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And you
would have. You're gonna take Jocelyn Thibault when it comes. when it comes.
That's secretly every time I load it up.
You look at where Jocelyn Thibault might have played, or where he had played, because you know every stat about Jocelyn Thibault. Guy's addicted to Jocelyn Thibault.
Few players I love as much as Jocelyn Thibault.
Oh man,
I know every team. I know every team he's played for. Remember when because he was supposed to be the answer for like 4 different teams.
Yeah.
Never ended up being that guy. But we still love him, friend of the show. If anybody knows him and we can get him on the podcast,
hit him up.
do we have anything to talk about?
Yeah.
Anything else to talk about?
No, I just got one last ad read here. I got to whip off. Looking for a way to revive your carpets? Look no further than Pristine Carpet Cleaning. Our expert team uses top-notch equipment and eco-friendly products that are tough on stains but gentle on your home. Say goodbye to dirt, allergens, and odors with our thorough cleaning process. Your carpets will look and feel brand new in no time. Don't let dirty carpets drag you down. Call Pristine Carpet Cleaning today and experience the difference. Your satisfaction is our guarantee.
Have you had a weird orgy and you need to clean all the bodily fluids out of your carpets?
Look no further.
Pristine Carpet Cleaning. They are the experts on the subject. They will help you clean up your carpets real good.
This is the part of the podcast where we can say whatever the fuck we want because we know no one's listening to this part of it.
No one listens to the Puckdoku. No one listens to
So we can just rip off whatever the fuck we want to say right now.
Best part, people should listen to this.
I know. There's a lot of hidden gems at this point of the podcast. All right, boys. Have a good night.
I'll do a free ad read for the boner company that ever mentioned me back.
Oh, yeah. Hit up with that.
Talking about Rocky Hell, they offer all sorts of stuff. Let me Google them so I can do an ad read here. So they sell Cialis and Viagra. So if you're trying to get your dick hard, your dick doesn't get hard anymore because you've been drinking too much. Happens to the best of us. Go to myrocky.ca. They will ship you all the dick pills you want. Your hair. You're losing your hair. There's probably a lot of you listening. You're losing your hair. Rocky Health will deal with your hair loss as well. They'll give you all the stuff you need to get your hair back. Ozempic. They sell Ozempic on here too, man. You're fat. There's probably a few of you listening that are fat right now. Go to myrocky.ca. Get all the Ozempic you want. Lose all that weight.
All the dick pills you want.
If you're fat, bald, and your dick doesn't work, which is probably a few of you are. If you're not 3 for 3, a few of you are probably 2 for 3. Some of you might be 1 for 3.
That's alright too.
Head to myrocky.ca. Get that shit fixed out. Friends of the show. They haven't paid us yet, but after this ad, they will probably be paying us.
Do they even ship to Canada?
Yeah, it's .ca.
Okay, so yeah, rockyhealth.ca, promo code, which I'm not sure works yet.
No, it's not rockyhealth.ca, it's myrocky.ca.
That's even better.
Oh, even better. Premature ejaculation. That's probably another thing you guys are dealing with. You come too early. They got some numb ointment, some numbing spray for your bird. Testosterone supplements. Mental health, we don't care about that. So, I mean, this is the ultimate sponsorship for the Burger Boys. 'Cause at least every single Burger Boy has done one of these things. And myrocky.ca has the fix for all of it. So go to their site, tell them that the Burger Boys sent you, so that they give us money to keep doing these ads for them. And just live a better life.
Yeah, myrocky.ca, boys.
Live a better life.
We gotta get in contact with these guys more. You sent them an email. Oh, read that. Do you have that email? Can you read that email off? I think I'm pretty sure you wrote like some pretty fucking funny shit in that.
I will read it. So I sent these guys an email trying to get them to officially sponsor the pod instead of unofficially. Said, hello. I'm emailing on behalf of the Burger Boys Hockey Podcast. We have around 15 weekly listeners, which is about right. We'd like to promote your products. Our promotion will be completely free. No strings attached. We might have a small listenership, but they're all men who could definitely use your products. Sincerely, Jaeger-Kranz, Burger Boys Fantasy Hockey Podcast.
Gold.
They haven't got back to me yet.
Like, come on, it's free sponsorship. Like, I guarantee you, at least you would get at least one person from this podcast will go on to rocky.ca and purchase something. At least one. I'm saying you have potential for all the guys that are in this league. Like, you got potential that like these guys, all of them.
What do we got? Dick doesn't work. Dick comes too early. Losing your hair. Fat. That at least one of those applies to everybody in this league. It's simple mathematics.
Alright, boys, that's a wrap. Thanks for listening to the Burger Boys Fantasy Hockey Podcast, and good luck in the week coming up. Okay.